All right. Hello, YouTube family. I know it's been but a hot minute since I've been on here. Um, I've been busy. I've been busy, and I'm gonna try to put this in a different way. Hold on. Okay. Okay, you guys gonna have to just hold on for a second. Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Be So Light. All right. So what I'm about to get into here is I'm going to put a disclaimer up. If you have young children that are young, they need to leave the room because I'm getting ready to get into some topics here because this is the month of, where my calendar go? Here it is. Oh. This is the month in our lunar calendar. The month of challenge. This is polarized, stabilized challenges. This is where we are on the galactic calendar. I do not waste my time on the regular calendar because it is not of the rhythm that we are in right now. And I'm going to light my medicine and I'm going to state the fact that I do not consent to any trollings. I do not consent to any artificial archon energies that come through. I don't consent to you because I just don't. So there you go. I don't consent to drama traumas that like to keep you in fear land. I stand 100% in my divine sovereignty being. And what I'm about to get into today is not going to be fun for some people to hear because I'm going to say it like it is. You know, when I come on and I got to say it like it is, you know that means it's getting ready to get rough. So I'm going to say this with love once again. If you have children that are young, you do not need to have them listening in on this video. Anyone that is under 12 should not be in the vicinity of this, what I'm getting ready to talk about. This is some serious um, bloodline healing things that need to be said, and I'm going to say it the way it needs to be said. So, and I'm talking about bloodline across the thing. I'm talking about as a melanated woman, I'm talking about it as a woman, I'm talking about it as a daughter, I'm talking about it as an aunt, I'm talking about it as a standing grandmother, representation of energy through the divine feminine energy and God's source. Talking about it. Okay, hope you're ready. You see my face? I got that look on my face, don't I? It's a look of, hold on a second. Hold on. I can't start this off without bringing in a little assistance. Let me start off right with this. Some of you that know me, you know what I'm about to do, don't you? You know what I'm about to bring up, don't you? I'm not playing. You got a situation going on right now. You need to handle it. Okay? Get your light out and handle the situation. All right? I'm not playing. I don't play. And as a matter of fact, when stuff is going array and it ain't supposed to be going array, I don't have a problem bringing this out and cutting up and cutting stuff and getting rid of it. All right. You're probably right about now saying, what the hell is that? If you don't know about selenite by now, you need to get with the program. All right. So let me jump into this. I got this here for a reason. So we're going to go through a little bit of a journey. We're going to talk. And what we're going to jump into is stuff that I deal with a lot with my clients. And it's always the energy of violation, sexual violation that takes place in the family, or the mother is always out dating new men and bring them into your home with your daughters or your sons. And you do not pay attention to what is happening in the background. If your child all of a sudden starts peeing on themselves, they don't want that person around them. They don't want to be alone with that person, or you too busy working your ass off in this 9 to 5 to stay alive world because you miss it. You honestly don't see it happening. And I'm going to tell you how this poison, this energy can get into your family and how destructive it is upon one's own sexuality. Why they will be into only females, into only males, because somebody took their divinity. If it is not chromosome set for them to be a twin spirit, someone took it. And I'm speaking to all the ones out there, you know who you are, that you right now, you have your granddaughter with you and you doing things to her. And you tell her not to say anything because you don't want it to be discovered that you are molesting her. You're raping her, or you're raping your grandson, or maybe your own daughter, maybe your own son, because somebody did it to you and it never got healed. Now, I am talking about all the times when people got warnings and not to be taking their child around certain people, or they were dating certain men, and you left your child in the care of that person and you didn't care. You did not care. Hold on one second. Some people pick. Hold on one second. All right. Sorry, everyone. Had to stop for a second and come back and pause. Just had to do that. So I don't want to have to stop everything. So back into what I was saying. You have this violational energy that's happened to your granddaughter, your son, your daughter, and they were put in a situation where they could not defend themselves, so they had to end up in that situation. Okay. Now, because they are in that situation, as they grow up, they start numbing themselves. They start with the pot, smoking cigarettes, then they go into the pot, then they go into other drugs because they are trying very hard to take care of that energy, to clear that energy, to get rid of that pain that they hold. And they can't get rid of it because of the fact that it's still hurting them, that it has taken their divinity, their essence away. They have taken the essence away from them. So if you are a mother and you are constantly changing, going out with all these different men, and you leave your daughter or son around these men, and you don't know them all the way, and haven't checked them out, you should be checking down the thing. Hey, how you doing? Oh, hi, John. It's a pleasure to meet you. How you doing? Oh, have you heterosexual? Okay, great. Check. Or you're into women. Excellent. Great. How was your relationship with your mother? How was your relationship with your father? You start hearing stories of he was molested. I guarantee you, he'll be doing it to your kids. Okay. Because if they did not get the healing to stop it with them, it's still going on. It's still happening. And you bring it in your house, and then you see this happen with your child. It can be just someone that you're even going to marry. It can even just be your own husband or wife that's doing this to the kids because it never got healed. And this is where you see the breakdown when they go into their drugs, when they go into their drinking, when they go into this numbing effect, that they have to always be numbed out because they cannot function, because they see what happened to them, they feel it. They're in this world that has all this trajectory energy of all of this stuff, this negativity that comes in and out of these waves through this earth. And they're already weighing down with this on themselves. It never got healed. So when someone thinks, and I'm not saying this to disrespect anyone out of their twin spirit self, their twin flame self, their twin soul self. Okay. I'm not talking about this. That is a natural occurrence that happens how they incarnate. I'm talking about someone that had a violation that forced them to only be safe with the same sex because the other sex violated them. That's what I'm talking about. And it never got healed. And that mother who is ignoring the energy of what has happened to their child and doesn't bring it up because everything is always shh in the family. That's why a lot of families are broken and mental illness and stuff is happening because everything was shh. Which is why I developed a program called Sacred Sanctuary Home. The shh. We stopped shooing it. We stopped putting a silence to that and start bringing it out where it can be healed. Because until we do the healing on this, we're going to continue seeing our beloved children sedating themselves because they can't cope with it, because nobody stopped to ask them, why are you doing it? Why are you smoking the pot? Why are you doing the drugs? Why are you sedating yourself? What hurt you? Who hurt you? Let's get to the root of it. And the mothers that left that door open for that to happen, you need to forgive yourself. And you need to be more cautious on who you're seeing and letting through your door. Same with the fathers. If you're dating someone and they take advantage of your children. This is a serious situation because of the fact it's so silent. It's so sneaky. How family members, uncles, and brother-in-laws just can't wait to get that person by themselves so they can violate them. It's their dirty little secret. And it's the most harmful one, disempowering someone. If you're dealing with a child or a young adult person who is so fractured, they can't complete anything to save their lives. They can't stay in school. They can't keep a job. They constantly are trying to match up with a higher energy of something that can take care of their needs outside of themselves because they can't look at themselves. They're constantly buying other things to take care of the pain, to get in there and take care of the pain of what's hurting them. They're acting out, yelling, cussing people out right and left, even animals, because they can't function because they got their trauma energies, entities, attachments on them. Now you got that energy on you, plus now your addiction energy on you. Now you got all these entities on you. I had somebody ask me today, "Oh, when are you gonna come down and visit?" I'm like, nope. If your house energy is not in order and is chaotic, and you got something going on in your house and you need to clean it up, you need to smudge it, you need to sit on your throne because you put the power down. If you are a woman, a female energy woman, in tradition, you are the order of the house. You're responsible for the energy of the house. The man is responsible for the protection of the house. If this is run on a divine feminine and divine masculine energy, I'll say it that way, so everybody's covered. Doesn't matter about your physical body part that you're in. It's the divine feminine energy is responsible for the energy of the house. It's responsible for that. And then the male energy is all about the protection. If your house is out of order and you have someone staying with you and they're saying things like, "This is my house," and they are guests in your house, you're the one that's paying the bill and they haven't paid a lick of money. Hello, I'm sorry. Kick to the curb, kick rocks. You have no right to say that to anybody who has given you roof and a place to be, and you're not doing anything. You're just taking because you are so fractured as an injured person that needs to get the healing. The whole family bloodline dynamics, if this is happening to you, needs to be healed. Period. It has to be healed. This is why you have people who have been traumatized by something when they say, "Oh, I'm with this, same sex person," da 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 da, because something happened, and nobody stops to do the right medicine to ask that person what happened to you, and giving that person a sacred place to open up that wound and to be able to talk about it and not feel the shame, not feel the like the person was let down, didn't feel safe. That's exactly what happens when someone gets violated like that and that mother wasn't around or that father wasn't around when the violation happened. They didn't feel safe. So now that's imprinted in that person's mind. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe with that sex because that sex hurt me. So now that's imprinted on them. So now they're going to go where they feel safer. But they're living a fractured life because they never got the healing. They can't complete anything because they're not whole within themselves. They do a lot of external, trying to fill up that hole, doing all of this stuff externally. You can only buy so much material stuff, and it's still not going to heal you. Still not going to take care of the pain. And sometimes we as a people carry that generational hurt. We carry it. Bring it home and take care of it. Cut those cords. Sometimes when the pain is so deep and we don't go and take care of it, it's passed down. Generation, generation, generation. Oh, this happened to my mom. This happened to my father. Oh, it just keeps going on and on and on until somebody cuts it. Till somebody says, I'm going to be born to clear family genetic or generational issues. If you are dealing with someone right now in your home, whether it's a grandson, a granddaughter, a niece, a nephew, a sister, a brother, and someone has gotten silent or they're fractured, they can't complete anything in their life to save them. They can't keep a job. They're more into sedating themselves all the time. They're into constantly just sedating themselves. It starts off innocently with the drinking. Then it goes into the pot. Then when the pot doesn't take care of everything, then they go and start hitting harder drugs. These are the ones, when I worked in the hospital, you start seeing all of this. And then before they either get behind the wheel of the car and kill somebody or kill themselves, they never get the help. They just keep repeating the same cellular timeline in energy that started this until somebody makes that person claim it and heal it, until somebody goes up and tells that person and say, hey, what happened to you? What hurt you? Who hurt you? Let's heal it. Till you pick it up and say, let's heal it, it ain't gonna get healed. You're gonna keep on doing this dance. Person gonna keep on be lost in time, looping same behavior patterns over and over and over. Because nobody asked them what hurt them. So you can get in there and heal it. Once somebody's been violated, they can never get that out of their mind. Their life literally stopped in that moment when it happened to them. Until they heal it. Until they call back their fractured self to bring it back into heal. Because otherwise they're just living like that. They're staying like that. If you are an elder, grandmother, a wise woman, a crone in your home, and you have somebody young living with you, you might have had to take over, and because the parents or something happened to them, they might have ended up in jail, or there's a broken home, or you're now the keepers of the young ones coming up. And you now have to be the wisdom guider for this young one coming up. And you see their life pattern and they're so fractured. You need to be asking, what happened? We're having a medicine day today. We're going to get to the root of the situation. Now, you can show the selenite, maybe an apple stick, tapping on the hand, in your hand, just to bring up the rhythm. A bell. Call that spirit home. Wherever the person is fractured, wherever their soul fracture took place, you need to call it back. You need to call in the divine light of God's healing into that person's soul so it can come back to them healed and then come back into their space and heal them spontaneously so that they will give up the addiction, so they will let go of the entities that are on them that keeps the addictions going. A lot of people don't realize that when you are addicted to something, it's because you have an attachment with you that loves your addictions also, because you're the host, hanging out with it, hostess with the mostest. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. They just think it's because I like my weed. Oh, it's because I like drinking. Oh, it's because I like doing my crack. Oh, it's because I like doing my cocaine. Oh, it's because, whatever drug you into, because you numbing out. You're a divine being. You don't have to numb yourself out unless something happened to you and you can't cope. And there's a lot of people who can't cope. They have to numb out. That's the only way they can survive. Until somebody comes in and says, hey, what happened to you? What hurt you? Who hurt you? And then when the purge of that energy starts and that person feels safe enough and they can trust someone to let it out and they can say it and mean it. Because right now, that person's holding on to all this stuff and everybody looks like a threat to them. And they carry the shame and the guilt of it, the violation. If you are that mother in the home and you dropped your energy, you need to pick it up. You need to do the healing in that house. Somebody's got to do it. I personally do not step into spaces until that person asks me, the one that's afflicted, ask for help. Otherwise, I ain't touching that. And I'll tell you why. Because it will go unhealed because the person did not ask for the healing themselves first to get the healing, because that's how you break that kind of contract energy. You claim it, you take accountability for it, you get the healing. Not all these other people, oh, well, well, my friend here needs a healing and I was wondering if you can do it. No, I can understand if the person's in a coma or they are unable to speak. That's an entirely different thing. But I'm talking about able-bodied people that know damn well they got shit that's sitting on them. Their life is in the sewer, and they're just making it through whomever can take that pain away. I don't care what you're buying, how many dresses, jackets, shoes you have, whatever you got going on to take care of that pain. Till you talk about it, till you claim it, your life is fractured. It's fractured. It is fractured. And that is what's wrong on this planet right now, because we have so many people that are living their lives hanging on a thread because someone violated them, took their essence away. And then it went shh in the family secret. Ooh, let's not talk about the family secret. No, let's talk about it, because that's how you get rid of it. And that's how you stop it. No more secrets. That's how you heal it. Then you save your grandchildren from drugging themselves out because of the pain. because their mom was too busy or their dad was too busy trying to get their on. They had to feel loved. So they keep dating all these different people, bringing up all these different people up in their home. Oh, I gotta go run out and go to Walmart. I gotta go shopping. Go get. Can you stay with the kids? Yeah, I stay with the kids. Then you wonder why your child's having nightmares at night and peeing on themselves, or they don't want that person around. Open your eyes. Pay attention. Somebody's got to take the action. Why not you? Stand up, take it. Do the healing for that person, especially if it's happening in your own home, or you're caretaking, or you got space for someone to stay there, and they fractured. They can't make it. They can't live their life whole because they don't know how, because they don't know themselves, and parts of them is missing. And until those parts come back divinely healed through Creator, to come back into that heart space and to be 100% solid in themselves, where they can actually claim themselves and breathe in that new life force into their body and take their power back. And then cut the cords with the timeline of that infiltration. Those of you that watched this video today, I hope I got to the core center of you, and I hope I shook you. I hope I put a ring shaking in your butt so strong that it makes you take action. And if you're someone that's watching this video and it happened to you, I hope that this is the call that you needed to claim yourself. You're worthy. You're loved. But unfortunately, somebody violated your space, your sacredness, your divine sacredness of your womb, your body, your root. Took it from you. Somebody better take action today. Somebody better get healed today. Because that stuff, that secret, those violators, your time is up. And if you're doing it to somebody today, you got that beloved child in your hands and you're doing it, I hope to God you get caught. I hope to God that child speaks up. And I hope to God that that mother and father believes them. My father believed me when I was so scared of one of his brothers coming over to stay with us. My father stood up for me. And he said, "No, you can't stay with us. My daughter is scared of you." And she just spoke something that happened to her when she was little. He did not come and stay with us. Not that day, not that night. And never came by our house. Because my father did the right thing. He did the right thing. He listened. He saw my reaction. Then my mom saw the panic in my face. Yeah. Didn't make it all the way, but he was going there. Called it playing mommy and daddy. Thank God I had some good angels with me that day. Walked in the head with a glass of water. Get off me. This doesn't feel fun. I can't breathe. Get off of me. My father did the right thing. And that threat that day was nobody's going to believe you if you say anything. Nobody's going to believe you. Nobody's gonna, how many are told that? Nobody's going to believe you. No one's going to believe you. Well, as I got older and something was going to transpire or that person was going to come and stay with us, my father believed me. He saw it in my eyes. He saw the tears. He saw me go into full panic. And that's what it's going to take to heal this. And everybody who's got this running around, this virus stuff, generational, attacking your daughter, your son, your grandchild, attacking them. And it's not just homes you got to watch your child. You got to watch for them at the schools. You got to watch for them at the churches. You got to watch when they go away to those so-called summer camp. You got to watch where they're going for swimming. You got to watch where they're going for their gymnastics, because those beings are everywhere. They're not just only contained in our family. They're neighbors, they're friends, teachers, priests, nuns. They're hiding out in everything. A violation is still a violation. Someone went against that individual's will and took something from them, attacked them, and then made them feel like they could never ever say anything about it. We're not shness anymore. No more shh. Because the minute when we do this, shh, we are consenting the energy to continue. It doesn't matter what race you are, what ethnic you are. It has happened in every race, every bloodline you can think of. It's there. And this is why that person is sedating themselves, because of that pain. And there's some people, they live with it all their lives. They never talk about it. Don't be one of those people that are up in their 80s and 90s years old, still living in that horror because you think something was wrong with you that happened. No, there is nothing wrong with you. There is something wrong with the person who did it to you because you trusted that you were safe. You trusted that you were safe. And this is why it's so important right now. If you're a single mother and you're a single father, you're a grandparent, whatever, please keep sacred safeness around your young ones, your young adults. Keep it there. Keep it safe. You have to. Because that ensures their energy, that they're They're going to grow into these beautiful, healthy being people, not carrying a secret that damaged them. It makes them feel damaged. So, if you're that father and that mother, pay attention. If you're that grandparent, pay attention. If you're just that good friend and you know something's going on different with someone, pay attention. Look and listen. No more shh. Let's heal it. Let's heal it. Let's bring it out. Let's call it out. Let's heal this. Because when we heal it, it is no longer, it doesn't hold the power anymore over that person. And they get to live a genuine whole life without that always on their mind. They don't have to keep sedating themselves and taking in stuff just to function because they think so less of themselves when they do it. And then their entities fall away because they are no longer the host of that. Let's cut those cords. Let's get rid of that energy. Let's bring in the healing. All right, I delivered that energy, and I hope a lot of you take it to heart what was said. Like I said, I gave my warnings earlier about how I was going to present this. So it's happened to a lot of people. Certain levels, degrees, doesn't matter. Still, somebody was trying to violate or did violate your space. And we should not be silent no more. Period. Be so